Hi there, YouTubers. Jim from Ohio back again today. In my last video I talked a little bit about the steps that I was taking to prepare for installing solar. I talked about some of the things that I did around the house to replace appliances and decrease energy costs. What I wanted to talk with everyone about today was some of the steps that I took to measure the devices or to monitor my electrical usage. And one of the tools that I picked up was a device called a Kilowatt Meter. This is an inexpensive device you can pick up at just about any home store, or I'll leave a link down below for where you can order one of these off of Amazon. But what it does is just simply a meter that you can plug into any outlet, any three-prong outlet, and it allows you to measure the volts, so wattage, amperage, and the total amount of usage over time that any device uses. So you plug it into an outlet and then you plug the device into the outlet on the front of the kilowatt meter and just leave it plugged in and use the device like you normally would over a period of time, and then go back and check it later, and you can read on the display panel exactly how much energy the device has used since it was plugged in. Now another thing that you can use this device for is to measure solar input. So that this device does work in both directions. So one of the inverters, the grid tie inverters that I showed in the last video, you can plug this into an outlet and plug that grid tie inverter into this device. The other end of the inverter would be connected to your solar panels, and then this would measure the amount of solar that was produced and input into your local home grid. So this is a good tool. I highly suggest everyone pick one of these up. Like I said, they're very cheap. I think I paid 20-25 bucks for this one. But there are some pros and cons. I've kind of gone over some of the pros, but to cover some of the cons, you can't measure everything with this device. For instance, if you've got any devices that are hardwired, such as your furnace, there's no way to really plug your furnace into this because most people's furnaces are connected directly to their AC power box. Other things you can't measure with this would be anything that runs off a 220. 220 volts, unfortunately this is a 110 only device. So if you're wanting to measure those type of items in your house, you're going to have to come up with a different solution. So what I came up with this, I did a lot of searching online. There are a lot of home energy monitors that are out there, and there are various price ranges available for those. And there are a lot of pros and cons I found out with going with any of the home energy solutions. One of the main things is ease of installation. Is it something that anybody can install, or do you have to have it professionally installed by an electrician? The other thing that can add up very quickly is most of those home energy monitors that are on the market requires you to not only connect it to your AC panel, but to also connect an individual monitoring device on each item throughout your house that you want to measure. Most of them will measure total usage, but they won't actually tell you exactly which device in your house is utilizing that energy unless you have some type of a clamp-on device connected to the cord to identify specifically this is the coffee pot, or this is a lamp, this is the iron. So what I did, I looked around, and what I finally settled on was this little device right here. This little orange box is called a Sense Home Energy Monitor. And the nice thing about this one, it works differently from all of the other ones that I found on the market in that it uses a type of artificial intelligence and learning. So what you do is to get it installed in your power box, there are a couple clamps. You install it onto both legs of your 110 coming in feeding your box, and then you also connect it to a dedicated 40 amp breaker that's in your box. And in most cases you would mount it on the inside of the panel, but I really don't have any room at the bottom of the panel or the top of the panel, so they do provide you with a mount that you can just mount it anywhere on the wall like I did. It has an antenna, and once you have it connected, it starts immediately sensing the amount of power used in your house, and then it measures each device a little bit different and compares it with an online database, and then over time is able to learn based on the information in that database. It'll learn to identify the individual items in your house. For instance, if you were to run your microwave, it goes back to the database and it knows that a microwave, when you open the door, usually a light will come on. You may have a clock on the front of your microwave that's on all the time, so it sees those two things together. And then when you actually turn the microwave on, there's a magnetron that's in there that goes into effect. And then there's probably a motor that rotates your food around. So by putting all four of those items together, it knows, hey, there's a good chance that's a microwave. And so it'll throw up on the screen a possible microwave found, and then it'll ask you to go in and confirm. You can go on, turn your microwave on, and if it pops up on the screen and says possible microwave, you can confirm, yes, that is a microwave. And it learns everything in your house over a period of time. Now the well, that's a couple of the pros for this unit, and another pro is you don't have to add all the sensors all throughout your house because it does everything from this one small box. Now, one of the cons, one of the things that people have complained about this device is it takes a little while to learn all of the devices in your house. As soon as you plug it in, it immediately recognizes the device. It immediately measures how much energy each device is consuming, but it doesn't immediately know what the device is, and so some people have complained that it's a little bit slow in identifying those devices. I've had mine connected now for about, well, it's been 3 days now, and it's only detected 7 devices throughout the house. Within the first day, it detected my well pump and my sump pump. Since then, it's detected a lot of devices simply in a category of unknown, and then it's detected several devices that it is waiting for me to confirm. One of those devices was my AC unit, which now it's the middle of winter time. I know my AC is not running. However, I do have a heat pump on the outside of my house, so I'm assuming that's what it's picking up. It's also identified 3 devices as heat devices. Now those can be irons, they can be a coffee pot, they can be a stove, they can be an electric blanket. So at this point in time, those 3 devices, they haven't come on and cycled enough times for me to identify what they are. I imagine I could go around my house turning every heat device in my house on and off, hoping that it triggers, and I'll probably do that if it doesn't give me a little bit more to go on over time. But the nice thing is it immediately starts picking everything up, and it starts measuring the whole house. So I'll show you a few screens in a minute, what it looks like on the iPad or what it looks like online. It does communicate with my Wi-Fi router, and anything that I have connected to my Wi-Fi router in terms of a smart device, I'm able to go out and pull down an app and instantly read what's going on in the house, or I can log into the Sense website and look at all of my items online. Now, one of the other advantages to this device is they do make a solar unit that's available, and it simply has an extra plug on the top of the unit, and you get 2 of the same type of clamps that I plugged into the top of my AC breaker panel. And once I connect my solar panels, the input into the house, I'll simply connect one of those clamps onto that, and I should be able to measure all of my solar input and know immediately how much I'm producing, how much I'm using for everything throughout my house. So let's go take a look at what the Sense home screen looks like and what I can use to monitor all of my devices. Okay, to launch the Sense app, you simply launch it like you would any other app, and it comes up to the main settings screen. And what we're going to do, we're going to just go in here, and first I'm going to go into the My Home settings and log into the Sense monitor. So what it shows on this screen, I hope you can see here, it shows the basic information about the device. It's connected to my network, but this little section right here is what I'm focusing on now. This shows how much power is being consumed on each of the 110 legs coming into my house. So instantly I can see that I've got a lot going on right now. I know my wife's upstairs making dinner. I've got the Chevy Volt plugged in the garage, and I know that the Chevy Volt is on this leg of my breaker box. And you can see down here it shows that I currently have those 7 devices that I mentioned. Those are the ones that have been detected, and it looks like 2 more devices have been detected today. It's showing up as a possible stove and a possible water heater. So once this bar goes all the way over to the side, it means that that detection has completed, and it's pretty certain at that point in time of what it is, or it's going to ask me to input or confirm the device. So let's go into the main settings screen here. So if I click on the Now screen, this is showing a real-time graph of what's going on in the house. Right now, the graph is up to, looks like 10.7 kilowatts at the top, and the graph does adjust up and down automatically as items are used. Now, if any of those devices that it has already detected goes across here, it will pop up a little bubble right here that tells exactly what the device is that's utilizing the power. And you can see by the small bubbles going by, anytime that there's a plus 10 watts, that means that there has been a slight spike or increase in usage. And when it goes down, it'll tell you that a device turned off or ramped down. So it also logs throughout the day. It tells you when each of the devices was turned on. If you click on that device, it'll give you some stats. For instance, what it's showing right here is my well pump, and it's showing that the average consumption is 483 watts, and I imagine that's each time that it kicks on. And it tells me that the average run time for that device is 3 seconds, and that it's been on this month 1,227 times. Then down below there's a trend graph that just shows over the last 24 hours how much this device has, how frequently it's come on, how much power it's used each time. Going back, so it'll show each of those devices on this side, and it shows the real-time graph on this side. Now the other thing that Sense does is it takes each device based on the amount of power that it's using, and it creates kind of a bubble. So it's showing here the smallest bubble that's detected is my refrigerator. I've got this bubble right here. These are the devices that have always been on during the monitoring process. This is that AC device, probably my heat pump, and right now everything else is bubbled into this other category. So all of those are the items that it hasn't yet detected. Going back to my main screen, I can show usage, and what this is doing is it's just showing a graph over time, trends this week. You can scale it up or down and show just today. I can show just the month, and down on this graph down here, if I want to get more granular and show it just like any other device on the iPad, I can zoom out. It doesn't seem to be working right now. There we go, it zoomed out. So it's showing here that like right here, that heat number 3, that third device that showed as a heater, it showed when that came on and how much power it consumed when it came on. Jumping back over to the main screen again, this is the devices screen, and so it's showing right now each of those devices that it's detected so far, whether that device is on or off, and how much energy it's consuming if it's on. It does break each device down specifically to how long it stays on. When it turns itself off, it'll show you how long it's been off. It's very informative. There's a lot of information that goes on this screen. There's a lot of detective work that you can do to determine your actual consumption of power, and I imagine it's going to do the same when I plug the solar in to show production. So that's all I'm going to show for right now. As I learn more about this, I'll definitely be happy to share it with everybody online. I hope this video's been informative. If so, give me a thumbs up. If I've been too long or too wordy, let me know about that too, and I'll try to cut the next one. If you're interested in this Sense device, I'll also place a link down below on where you can order it. If you order it via the link down below, Amazon will give me a small kickback. However, it's not going to cost you any more. Your price will still be the same, and that kind of helps me keep on doing these videos. So thanks for watching. Have a good day, and we'll catch you in the next video. Take care.